Ever wondered what secrets Clark Gable was hiding behind his charming on-screen persona? Hollywood's golden boy was tangled in a forbidden love affair that could have shattered his perfect image. But what really happened behind the scenes? In the heart of the 1930s, a decade shaped by the Great Depression and a world looking for escape through cinema, Clark Gable reigned supreme as Hollywood's king. His rugged charm and irresistible presence made him a beloved star. But while his characters charmed audiences on screen, Gable's real-life love affairs were anything but simple. Far from the public eye, his relationships were filled with secrecy, passion, and risk, especially one that unfolded during the making of Gone with the Wind in 1939. As the nation was torn by civil war, Gable's personal life was just as tumultuous, marked by a love affair that threatened everything he'd worked so hard to build. This story isn't just about a romance, it's about the price of passion in Hollywood's most glamorous, yet secretive era. Loretta Young, a scandalous secret. In the early 1930s, Hollywood was a place where stars were not just actors. They were carefully crafted images, designed to maintain an illusion of perfection for the public. Behind the dazzling lights and glamorous premieres, personal lives were closely guarded, and scandals were often swept under the rug. But even in such a carefully controlled environment, Clark Gable, Hollywood's beloved king, found himself caught in a secret affair that would stay hidden for decades. His romance with the radiant Loretta Young, known for her ethereal beauty and on-screen innocence, began on the set of The Call of the Wild in 1935. Set against the rugged Alaskan wilderness, the film's backdrop might have been wild, but the chemistry between Gable and Young was undeniable, both on-screen and off. Their chemistry wasn't just a product of their performances, it was real. The pair quickly became close, and what started as a connection on set soon blossomed into a passionate affair. But in a Hollywood governed by rigid moral codes and the need to preserve an image of moral purity, their romance was fraught with risk. Both Gable and Young were rising stars, and their relationship could damage their reputations or even cost them their careers if it was exposed. So they carried on their secret romance in the shadows, meeting in discreet locations and making whispered promises to each other, all while continuing to charm audiences with their on-screen personas. But as time went on, it became impossible to keep their affair hidden. Loretta Young abruptly left Hollywood, citing an illness that required her to take some time away. She disappeared from the public eye for several months, only to return with a child, a daughter named Judy. The official story, carefully constructed by Young and her studio, was that she had adopted the little girl. The adoption story was meant to protect the reputations of both Young and Gable, who had to maintain the public facade of being completely detached from the situation. However, the truth behind Judy's parentage was far more complex than anyone had anticipated. Judy was, in fact, the biological daughter of Clark Gable and Loretta Young, a fact they went to great lengths to keep hidden. Young staged a completely fabricated adoption process to cover up the scandal, even going so far as to have legal papers drawn up to create a false narrative for the press. But behind the scenes, the truth was a burden that Young had to carry in silence. She had become a mother under the harshest of circumstances, and though she loved her daughter dearly, she lived with the heavy weight of the secret they shared. While Young raised Judy on her own, continuing her successful career in Hollywood, Gable remained publicly distant from the situation. Despite their shared history, Gable's public persona remained unscathed, and his career continued to soar. As for Young, she did the best she could to juggle motherhood with her career, all the while navigating the challenges of a personal life defined by secrecy. Her career flourished despite the sacrifices she made, and her public life remained carefully curated to avoid scandal. The affair between Gable and Young, and the hidden truth about their daughter, was emblematic of the complex dynamics in Hollywood during its golden age. In a time when personal lives were often sacrificed for the sake of public image, this secret affair became one of the most closely guarded mysteries in Hollywood. It was a time when stars were expected to remain perfect, their private lives nothing more than a carefully constructed illusion. But as the years passed, the truth began to surface. As Judy grew older, the truth about her parentage slowly came to light, and the long-held secret that had defined her mother's life began to unravel. The story of Gable and Young's affair, and the daughter they shared, serves as a poignant reminder of the cost of fame during Hollywood's golden age. It highlights the sacrifices made by actors and actresses in a world where secrets were currency and reputations were everything. The price of love, passion, and parenthood was hidden behind the shiny, flawless veneer of the silver screen, and yet the real story, told quietly in the background, was one of deep, personal sacrifice and emotional complexity. Their affair and the secret daughter they shared remained one of the most closely guarded secrets of the era, a hidden chapter in the lives of two of Hollywood's most iconic stars.
Joan Crawford, passion on and off screen. The relationship between Clark Gable and Joan Crawford is one of Hollywood's most electrifying stories, not just for their chemistry on screen, but for the affair that fueled their connection off screen. Known for their fiery and intense partnership, Gable and Crawford's relationship became one of the worst-kept secrets in Tinseltown, adding layers of intrigue and excitement to their already larger-than-life personas. The affair between the two actors was as passionate as it was complicated, existing in a world where both their careers and public images were under constant scrutiny. Their first collaboration was in the 1931 film Dance, Fools, Dance, and from the moment they shared the screen, the chemistry between Gable and Crawford was undeniable. Both were rising stars at the time, and the on-screen romance they portrayed quickly bled into real life. Their relationship, built on mutual admiration and a shared understanding of the pressures of being Hollywood royalty, was full of intensity. But while their passion was clear, their union was anything but serene. Gable and Crawford were both known for their strong personalities, and their relationship was marked by frequent conflict, making it as tumultuous as it was magnetic. Their affair, much like their careers, was volatile. They would often disappear into hidden corners of Hollywood, seeking out secluded spots to escape the prying eyes of the public and studio executives who worked tirelessly to maintain the stars' polished images. The affair remained a secret, not because of a lack of chemistry, but because the consequences of such a relationship could be disastrous for both of their careers. Crawford, in particular, was dealing with a tumultuous marriage to actor Douglas Fairbanks Jr., and the fallout of an open affair with Gable could have ruined her carefully crafted reputation. Over the years, Gable and Crawford's relationship spanned several films, each one bringing them closer. But no matter how much their connection grew, the circumstances of their lives meant that their relationship could only survive in stolen moments, hidden from the public eye. Hollywood studios, ever vigilant about their investments, went to great lengths to keep the affair out of the tabloids, but rumors and whispers persisted. Their on-again, off-again romance continued through the years, even as they both married other people, never quite able to shake the connection that existed between them. Their final collaboration came in the 1940 film Strange Cargo, a poignant ending to their on-screen partnership, and a fitting conclusion to the passionate and complicated journey they shared. The film mirrored their relationship, intense, tumultuous, and ultimately, fleeting. The relationship between Clark Gable and Joan Crawford is a vivid illustration of the complex nature of Hollywood relationships during the Golden Age. In an era when the line between image and reality was often blurred, personal relationships were shaped by the demands of fame. The affair between Gable and Crawford, though fraught with obstacles, remains a testament to the undeniable connection they shared, not just as actors, but as individuals navigating the intricate dance between their public personas and their private lives. It's a story of passion, secrecy, and the inescapable pressures of being a star in an era where image was everything, but where real emotions, no matter how intense, couldn't always stay hidden behind the silver screen. Lana Turner, A Turbulent Affair. Lana Turner, famous for her glamorous presence and dramatic personal life, had a passionate and complex affair with Clark Gable. Their romance was one of Hollywood's open secrets, full of intensity and complications, mirroring their fiery on-screen performances. Their chemistry was undeniable from their first film together, Honky Tonk, 1941. Turner, at the peak of her career, and Gable, already a star, quickly turned their on-screen romance into a real-life affair. Their relationship was marked by highs and lows, with passionate arguments and reconciliations. Both were married to other people, Turner to bandleader Artie Shaw and Gable to the late Carole Lombard, and their affair added strain to their marriages. Despite this, they continued their relationship for years, working together on multiple films. However, Hollywood studios tried to keep the affair under wraps, though rumors persisted. Eventually, their affair ended as they moved on with their lives. Turner faced more personal drama, including her involvement in the Johnny Stompanato case, while Gable found stability with his marriage to Kay Williams. The affair between Turner and Gable highlights the intense, complicated nature of Hollywood relationships during the Golden Age. A passionate love story shadowed by scandal and the pressure to maintain public image. Carole Lombard, the love of his life. Among the many relationships and scandals that marked Clark Gable's life, his connection with Carole Lombard stood out as a true love story. Their marriage, which began in 1939, became one of Hollywood's great romances, a rare instance where Gable's reputation as a ladies' man gave way to a deep and enduring love. But was this true love, or did Gable's notorious charm finally meet its match? Gable and Lombard first crossed paths in 1932 while filming No Man of Her Own, but there was no romantic involvement at that time. So, what changed when they met again in 1936 at a Hollywood party? This time, the attraction was immediate. Lombard's lively personality and sharp wit captivated Gable, and their romance quickly blossomed. But was there more to this chemistry than meets the eye? However, their relationship wasn't without its challenges. At the time, Gable was still married to his second wife, Rhea Langham, and securing a divorce was both a long and public process. What did Lombard see in him while he was still tangled in his previous marriage? Lombard, known for her independent nature, waited patiently for Gable. Their love only grew stronger during this period, and they finally married in 1939. Their union was built on mutual respect, affection, and a shared love of outdoor life. But could such a perfect romance survive the pressures of Hollywood? Tragically, their happiness was short-lived. In 1942, while on a war bonds tour, Lombard was killed in a plane crash. Gable was devastated, and in his grief, he enlisted in the Army Air Forces, a move many believed was influenced by her death. Did the loss of Lombard break something inside of him? Lombard's loss marked a profound turning point in Gable's life, and he was never quite the same after her passing. Was he forever haunted by the love he lost? The love story between Clark Gable and Carole Lombard stands in stark contrast to his reputation as a womanizer, revealing a side of him that was capable of deep love and commitment. Their marriage remains a testament to the enduring power of love in an industry often defined by fleeting romances and shallow connections. But could this love story have been the one that truly tamed Gable? Marian Davies, a discreet connection. The relationship between Clark Gable and Marian Davies, though not as publicized as some of his other affairs, added yet another layer to his complicated romantic history. Davies, a talented actress and renowned beauty, was famously involved with newspaper magnate William Randolph Hearst, which made her affair with Gable all the more secretive. But what could have drawn Gable into such a hidden romance? Gable and Davies met at the lavish parties hosted by Hearst at his grand estate, San Simeon. These gatherings, attended by Hollywood's elite, offered the perfect setting for their discreet affair. Could Gable have been drawn to Davies' charm and wit? Or was it the allure of the forbidden that kept him coming back? Gable, charmed by Davies' vivacity, found in her someone who understood the pressures and temptations of Hollywood life. But what was it about her that made Gable keep their romance under wraps? The affair was kept hidden, as both Gable and Davies understood the potential consequences of their relationship. Hearst, a powerful figure in the industry, was fiercely protective of Davies, and any hint of infidelity could have led to serious repercussions. So why risk it all for a fleeting romance? Their meetings were arranged with utmost caution, and the affair remained concealed from the public eye. How many secrets were hidden in the shadows of San Simeon? Though brief, Their connection was marked by genuine respect and affection. Gable and Davies eventually moved on with their respective lives, Gable continuing his string of high-profile relationships, while Davies remained with Hearst until his death. But what lingered in the aftermath of their secret affair? Was it a love that was never meant to be, or just another Hollywood fling? Their affair, though tucked away in the shadows, is an intriguing chapter in Hollywood's romantic history, shedding light on the hidden dynamics of relationships during an era where image and reputation were paramount. Would their connection have ever seen the light of day if the world had known? Grace Kelly, a royal romance. Clark Gable's brief affair with Grace Kelly during Magambo, 1953, caught Hollywood's attention. Kelly, a rising star, and Gable, a seasoned leading man, shared undeniable chemistry on screen. Off-screen, their romance was discreet, with Gable married and Kelly cautious about her image. Though their time together was short, their connection was intense. After the film, Kelly became Princess of Monaco, and Gable returned to his Hollywood life. Was their romance just a fleeting Hollywood fling, or did it reveal something deeper? Sylvia Ashley, a Duchess's charm. Gable's marriage to Sylvia Ashley, a British socialite and former Duchess, marked a shift in his romantic life. Both grieving personal losses, they married in 1949, but their differing lifestyles caused tension. Gable's down-to-earth nature clashed with Ashley's love for luxury. Their marriage lasted until 1952, ending in divorce. Was this union the stability Gable sought, or were their differences too great to overcome? Kay Williams, the final chapter. Gable's fifth marriage to Kay Williams, a former actress, brought him peace in his later years. In 1955, they married quietly, far from the Hollywood spotlight. Their life together was marked by stability and a shared love for simpler things. Tragically, Gable passed away in 1960, just months before they were to have a child. Was this the calm and contented end Gable had sought after a tumultuous life, or did it leave him with unfulfilled dreams? So, what do you think? Could these intense, brief romances have been the key to unlocking the complexities of Hollywood's golden age? From secret affairs to marriages that crossed continents, Clark Gable's love life was anything but simple. But did he ever truly find the peace he was looking for? If you're fascinated by the behind-the-scenes stories of Hollywood legends like Gable, make sure you hit that subscribe button and never miss an insider peek into the secrets of old Hollywood. What other legendary figures would you like to see us dive into next? Let us know in the comments below.